friends, I am back with a new video, and in this video I'll be discussing one topic that I've already discussed thrice or four times with you, and it's called meditation. So I've got some other simplified insights to tell you that why we should meditate. And okay, before coming into why we should meditate with other examples which are more simplified, hopefully this time, first I'll tell you what is the pattern of our thinking and how it should actually be. See, the essential nature of our thoughts, of our mind, is supposed to be really calm, okay? But because in the process of living life, chasing goals and many more things that we do, we have forgotten that thinking is not an involuntary process. Rather, it's a voluntary process. We can control the way we think, right? But this is not really happening. For example, if I just tell you that please do not think about a cup of tea, you will actually end up thinking about it, right? Because we do not practice daily, okay, this controlled thinking, and that is why our mind just keeps on popping up with new thoughts. And hence I have come up with some more simplified examples that we can relate if you just check out your daily routine, and then I think you might be able to understand that how our mind works, but how it should actually work. So starting with the example of Instagram, because I'm on Instagram these days and I've just started using it again. And so once I was just using it generally, and I just found out, okay, this is the way we do with our brain, okay? See, for example, if you're on Instagram, you must be certainly having a profile. Okay, so how much time do you devote in improving your profile? Do you just improve your profile when you upload a picture or a video, or do you continuously, every day give 5-10 minutes to it? I'm not saying it's necessary or it's unnecessary. I'm just telling you to analyze that how much time do you give in improving your own profile. Okay, you must be knowing that, so just answer yourself. And now analyze that time in which you end up stalking different people. Okay, you go on that search option on the Instagram, and in spite of looking at your profile every day for 5-10 minutes, you actually end up wasting hours, okay, several minutes on the profile of some random people you do not even know, you do not even care, and you actually end up being jealous or envious with them. Okay, so this is how our mind is. How now compare it to your daily routine. How much time do you use your brain to improve your lifestyle? How much do you meditate every day? How much do you work out every day? How much do you read every day? Okay, and now compare it to the time that how much time do you just overthink, and you just think all those unnecessary, repetitive and useless harmful thoughts. I'm sure you just answer it to yourself. You don't need to answer it to me, okay? Just analyze this, that how much time do you use your mind to improve your lifestyle, and compare it to the time that you use your brain. It can be, of course, most of the thoughts that we overthink are mostly about others, okay? Or if they're not about others, then they're mostly negative, and if not negative, then they're repetitive, which are useless, okay? Now, this was the first example. Coming to the second example. The second example is again about Facebook. It's quite similar. How much time do you devote in your profile, and how much do you end up stalking, looking at some useless jokes and, watching all those videos which are not really good. I'm not saying we need to stop doing all those stuff. It is good if done in limited manner, but it is not good if you are taking away time from your life and giving it to that particular person's profile, or whatever the person, or what, you just understand what I'm saying, right? So coming to the third example. The third example is, have you seen a cow grazing? Okay, if you have not seen, let me explain. When a cow is grazing, after a while, the moment she starts grazing and she stops eating that food, but somewhere she stores it inside herself, and then after a few minutes she again starts grazing it. And most of the time when you will observe a cow, she is continuously grazing food. No matter it's around, it's somewhere stored within, and there's always food in her mouth, and she's always grazing that food. This is what our mind does. Suppose you have faced an incident Okay, the incident is done, good, bad, whatever the incident was. And now, especially when it was a negative incident, what do? You just keep on overthink about it. You just keep continue that overthinking. Now you must be thinking that overthinking is nothing that you can control. It is just in your nature. No, this is wrong. Even I used to overthink, and I used to overthink at that limit that one day I started crying, and I asked myself that these thoughts are so negative, how do I stop them? And then of course I did certain things like meditation and exercise. So the simple thing is that our mind keeps on grazing these thoughts again and again, and we have somehow made ourselves believe that we cannot get over this overthinking. But this is a hoax, and if you want, you can get over the overthinking just by practicing meditation and by doing activities which involve your concentration, especially yoga, because I have been starting doing yoga, and I don't mean to promote it in any way, but because it has really shown me some effects. Because when you do yoga, you actually concentrate on breathing. Whenever you do a particular posture and you take a, because in yoga you have to hold in those postures, so when you hold in a posture, you actually count the timing to hold by counting your breaths, which is one of the simplest form of meditation. Let me tell you that counting your breathing is one of the simplest and most propagated form of meditation. Okay, so this was the third example. Now coming to the last example, which is the example of YouTube. Okay, now be really honest. How many do you watch YouTube videos, and how regularly do you watch them? Okay, sometimes it didn't happen much to me because I'm not that much into technologies. I just can't I really feel guilty when I do these things, like watching many videos randomly. So but many people do that. So you must have seen so many videos on YouTube, and many a times, because I have seen some of my friends doing that and even explaining it to me that how come they end up wasting so much time on YouTube by, because the video keep on coming. They do not pause for a minute if you're watching a video on YouTube, right? And they are so much engrossed in watching those videos that they end up wasting a lot of time. So but yeah, so I want to tell you this, that how many of you realize that YouTube is not an app simply to watch videos, but it is also an app which contains your own profile, and you can also make your videos and post on it. You have a profile. It is a kind of social media. You can text, you can send videos, right? And you can have your own profile. Like on Instagram you post your videos and pictures, on YouTube also you can post your videos, right? So many of them do not consider this option. This is what we are doing in real life. We see so many celebrities, so many people getting popular, so many people having success in life, and when we see our own life, we do not consider ourselves one amongst them, because we believe that they are different and we cannot do that. So this is what I'm saying, we have the same life that any other celebrity is living out there, right? So why we consider them as something as really huge, and why we do not consider our profile as important? This is also because we do not control our brains at all. Actually, your brain ends up controlling ourselves, and this is not completely our mistake. But once you realize it and still you're not helping yourself, then it is your mistake. Since meditation is not propagated, it is not explained, and its benefits are not directly told to us by our parents, schools, educational institutes. So we don't have it since we are growing. But the moment you realize that it is a good thing, you should start doing it, right? At least just research about it, why you should do it, even if you're not really doing it, right? So this is what the video was all about, and before ending the video, I want to ask you this one question. On those days when you are really low and you want to sit alone in a room and not talk to anybody, you do not want to be in touch with anybody, for 1 hour, 2 hours, what do? Do you close yourself into a room? Do you switch off your phone and you tell yourself that no, I'm not going to talk to anybody because I am really low, and you want to be alone, right? So that is how we put ourselves away from the physical world when we do not want to be in touch with any kind of disturbance for some time. But what do you do to get away from the thoughts of the physical world? Because no matter you close yourself in a room, you know, but how do you close those thoughts popping up again and again in your brain? There is no door to close that. It's a simple practice which can help you gain control over your brain, and this can really help you in many things, as I've explained in other videos as well. So the only way to bring a distance between you, thoughts regarding you, and thoughts regarding others which are not really important, the one way is meditation. So I hope it helped you, and let me know if it was helpful. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Okay, bye bye.